Here in the UK, we're still on lockdown. I haven't worked since the 21st of March, which was so long ago. But we've provisionally been given the 4th of July, which is 2 weeks away now. So hopefully Boris tomorrow night is going to make the announcement that 4th of July is the date. Come on, Boris. So it's time now to start preparing, to start booking the appointments in, to start getting everything ready, because right now we have to find the confidence that we can show to other people that we are keeping our kit as clean as we possibly can, ourselves as clean as we possibly can, and our customers as safe as we possibly can. So I've got a few tips and a few ideas of things that I'm doing to help you as a mobile hairdresser get back out there and work confidently on your clients. So number one, let's start at the beginning, appointments. So we've got a lot of people to get through. There's a lot of people all wanting their hair done at the same time. So we need a plan of action, and planning is meticulous right now. It's so important that we get this right because we have a reputation to keep up as well. So what you have to remember is we need a lot of extra time on these appointments, okay? These people haven't seen us, or probably not a lot of people, in the past 4 months. So when we arrive at their house, we have to be able to give them the time to spend probably half an hour chatting with them, because your time runs away with you when we get going. You know, us hairdressers, we like to talk. So we need to be able to give them that time, because the last thing we want to do is make anyone feel rushed. You know, these are anxious times. People are worrying and about their safety and what's going on in the world, and it's raising anxiety levels. The last thing we want to do is go in there and go, yeah, but can we get on because I've got another person to get to. We don't want to do that. So we need to allow extra time on our appointments. So I'm adding an hour onto everything, purely so we can have that bit of a chat at the start, you know, doing all the, hi, how are you? You know, how's lockdown been for you? And all of that. That's even before, I would imagine, we've even got into the conversation about what's going to happen with the hair. Also, these people haven't had their hair done for 4 months, so there's a lot of regrowth going to be going on up there. So we need extra time for the extra colouring that we're going to do. There's a lot of people I've found that I've been talking to want a complete change. So you need to allow extra time for things like that. And obviously all the work. And then the last thing you want is to be turning up to your next person late, you know, when they've got things to do themselves. So give yourself a chunk of extra time just until we get back into the swing of it and we can figure out how this is all going to work. Okay, so another thing is on the appointments, make sure that you've got everything you need, okay? So if you can do a consultation beforehand, be it by text, by a phone call, a FaceTime, you know, a Skype call, or a one-to-one over Facebook, you know, try and get as much information about what's going to happen in the appointment before you get there, just so that you can be as prepared as you can. You know, we've been a long time, you know, that we haven't been able to get to the stockist. You know, a lot of us are suffering financially. I mean, I know I haven't had any income at all, with being self-employed and everything. So I've got to kind of go out and get my stock up ready. As you all know, we live out the boot of the car. So I need to have as much in there as I can to make sure I don't have to say, I haven't got that colour. So yeah, so that all needs planning and making sure that you're all prepared, and as prepared as you can be for every client. I'm limiting myself to 2, 3 at the most clients a day, just because we want to be able, like you say, the last thing you want is to be stressing that you've got to be somewhere else, you've got to get over there, you know, you're thinking, I've got to, that's going to take me 20 minutes to get there, and I've got to do all this here, and I've got to do all that there, and I need to text that person and let them know that I'm going to be late. You know, that's the last thing we need right now. So yeah, plan, and lots of time. So the second thing, obviously, we're going into people's houses. Now there's masks. So I think we're all going to be wearing these masks. I've just got a simple black one. Okay, as you can see. I got this off eBay. It wasn't a lot. You can get them anywhere right now. I've been wearing mine around the house a little bit for a few hours because it's very strange. It's a very surreal feeling having to wear this. and it can kind of make you feel a little bit panicky. So I think if we can get used to wearing them as much as we possibly can, just so it's not an extra panic on top of the time when we've got to go out to work anyway. So yeah, you can get them for most places right now. I've got a nice pink one as well, but obviously that might clash with what I'm wearing that day, so a black one is always good. These ones can be washed as well, so I'm going to make sure I wash them at the end of every day, and then I've got 4, so I can just keep changing them as I go on through the day. So obviously keeping our equipment as clean as we possibly can to make sure people feel like we're doing our bit and they're not being put at any risk that they don't need to be. So we're going to have our clean mask that's cleaned and changed every time we go to somebody else's house. But what else I've done is I have made myself these, okay? So what this is a plastic zip bag. Now you can get these from most places. I think I paid £3 for 3 of them from Tesco's. And in each of them, what I've done is that will be the client kit for that day. So for that day, there's a gown, there's the hair clips I need, the comb and the pintail comb. And that is basically keeping everything sterile in there because it's zipped in, and I can go into people's houses. This will be the one they use. I will use everything out of here on their hair, and then when I'm finished, put it back in there, put it on the other side of my boot in the car, and that way, you know, that one's gone, ready to be washed that night and sterilised, and I'm not having to sterilise the kit all day long throughout the day. I can just do it all together at the end of the day, and no one is getting the same gown or combs or clips used on them at the same time. I'm also going to be putting things like the plastic capes that I put on when I colour, and any apron, any gloves that I'll need for that person. That will all go in here. So their pack is just ready just to pick up out of the car and take into their house. Now obviously we have our scissors and our combs, which I only have one pair of scissors that I like to use, and I'm sure you're all the same. So for that I've got some antibacterial wipes, and obviously they kill 99.9% of all bacteria. You can get it in forms of sprays. I know there's barbicide, which obviously is the best, but you know, we can't have barbicide in our car. You know, the minute we hit that speed bump, it's a nightmare. So I thought this was the best, you know, and we can give everything a thorough wipe down as soon as we've come out, and it will get it all as sterile as we can. Give it a bit of a Dettol spray, and that will get it all sterile with the scissors and the comb, the hairdryer, you know, the brushes, anything like that, ready for the next person. Okay, so that's my tips for today, and hopefully if I have any more I'll upload another video, but right now that is what I'm doing to prepare. So I'm contacting my clients slowly and letting them know that I am following all PPE guidelines. Now all we got to do is wait for Boris. So Boris, this is on you now. Please let me get back to work. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, comment and like. Bye.